What is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video on my sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over a basketball game for Monday, December 19th, 2022. I'm going to show you highlights of each side, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And I wish you guys the best of luck on all your picks for this day in this game. Let's go ahead and get into the game. I'm going to be looking at the Milwaukee Bucks versus New Orleans Pelicans in a one-off match here for Monday. On this side of the screen is what I call my daily numbers, date numerology, Gregorian Hebrew calendar. And on this side of the screen is what I call, this is NFL. On this side of the screen is what I call my game numbers specific to the game. The way that I have it structured here is I have the road team up top. I have their coach's record, their season record, their road record, any other notes I may want to add. Sometimes if they're on like a winning streak or a losing streak, I'll add that here to the side. In the middle is the head-to-head between the two teams all time, as well as for the regular season if there is a difference between all time and regular season, as well as for this season in particular. And then at the bottom is the home team, their season record, their home record, their coach's record, and any other notes that I want to add. Before we jump into this game, let's go ahead and look at the matchup. There's each one of these teams have a pattern that they can break. The Pelicans, they're on a 3-game losing streak. Usually I would add the losing streak to the end here, but it's only a 3-game losing streak. I usually take note of it when it's like 5 or more. But they are on a 3-game losing streak, so Pelicans could be looking to break that losing streak. But at the same time, the Bucks, they're on an interesting streak, which is kind of different. They're winning one, they're losing one, they're winning one, they're losing one, they're winning one. This pattern would say that this game would be a loss, but they could break this pattern. So each one of these teams have a pattern to break. Pelicans have a straight-up losing pattern to break, and Bucks have a win one, lose one pattern to break. If we look at who's playing in the game for injuries, it looks like the Bucks do have a full unit. And same with the Pelicans. The only one missing from the Pelicans really is Ingram. So it looks like it could be a very competitive game. One thing that I really like about the Bucks coming into this game is that their current record for the season is 21 wins and 8 losses. 21-8, 8-21, my bias number, 182, 128, 28-1, yada, yada, yada. I just always like to see those numbers. But let's go ahead and get into it. I always start with the home team first, and then we'll go over numbers for the road team. So starting with the home team, the Pelicans. If the Pelicans were going to win this game, it is the 19th of December. It's a day with 19 date numerology on the Gregorian. Pelicans can simply just get their 19th win for the season. It doesn't have to be any harder than that. Pelicans could get their 29th all-time head-to-head win against the Bucks, the 10th prime number, as they become 1-0 head-to-head against the Bucks for the season, like 10. And then the Pelicans coach would get his 55th regular season win for his career. 55 is the 10th triangular number, as well as the 10th Fibonacci number. Looking ahead for the Pelicans, their next game is on the 22nd. They're going to be playing at home. They're going to be playing against the San Antonio Spurs. Here, I'll show you guys. Playing against the so they got the Bucks at home. They just got off that road trip, that 3-game road trip that had them losing all 3 games. So maybe they're happy to be at home to potentially win this home game. But on Thursday, they're playing the San Antonio Spurs. And, you know, the Pelicans at home against San Antonio Spurs, it is a very winnable game for them in theory. So if the Pelicans were to beat the Bucks first, and their coach gets his 55th win regular season for his career, it could set up the Pelicans coach to get his 56th win regular season for his career against San Antonio Spurs. on a day with 56 date numerology, which is Thursday. The only flip side to that I would have to say is that it's going to be a day with 40 date numerology on the Gregorian. And the number 19, as in Pelicans getting their 19th win, the number 19, if you write it out, it sums to 40. And so in theory, I guess, with that number, the Pelicans can either go into this game, a day with 40 date numerology, with 19 wins, 19 sums to 40, and then their coach can pick up his 56th win regular season on a day with 56 date numerology. Or technically, Pelicans could just pick up their 19th win on Thursday instead. So that could kind of go both ways a little bit. But going back to Monday. Oh, one more thing I missed for Thursday. I forgot to mention, excuse me. It's also a day with 11 date numerology. So if Pelicans win this game against the Bucks and they do become 19-11 for a season record, I just mentioned how 19 sums to 40. They could be 19-11 heading into their game on Thursday, a day with 40 and 11 date numerology on the Gregorian. 19 sums to 40. So that could play in Pelicans' favor looking ahead as well. And I think that might be it for the Pelicans side for what I have. If they win at home, they become 13-3. 133 is an interesting number. I just don't have anything directly connecting to it, at least not for this day, nor for Thursday. If they were to go in with that number, 13-3. Yeah. So I think that's about what I have for the Pelicans. Let's go ahead and switch gears here and talk about the Bucks. What would it take for the Bucks to win this game?
Sorry to interrupt this video, you guys, but I need a huge favor from you. Can you go ahead and like this video and leave a comment below on who you think's going to win? It's going to help with the YouTube algorithm. It's going to help grow my channel. I really appreciate you guys being here. Let's go ahead and get back into the video.
If Bucks were going to win this game, I would mostly focus on the Hebrew civil side of the calendar if it were to happen. The reason why I say that is because today is the 25th day of the third month on the Hebrew civil side of the calendar, 253. Well, mathematically speaking, 253 is the 22nd triangular number. And the Bucks are looking for their 22nd win for the season, so they can get it on the 25th day of the third month for the Hebrew civil, 253, the 22nd triangular number. If they do get their 22nd win for the season, they would also become 8-5 for a road record with a win. 8-5. It will be the 85th day of the Hebrew civil calendar, the 25th day of the third month, 253, the 22nd triangular number. On top of that, the Bucks coach we get his 235th win regular season as a coach specifically for the Bucks. 235 is just an anagram of 253. And then lastly, the Pelicans coach, he would get his 58th loss regular season for his career, it being a day leaving 271 left in the Hebrew civil calendar. 271 is the 58th prime number, the 85th day of the Hebrew civil year. Bucks can become 8-5 on the road, and then they can get their 22nd win for the season on the 25th day of the third month, 253, the 22nd triangular number. Something else that could help out the Bucks is the Pelicans. They can get their 12th loss for the season as they sit on 12 home wins with a loss. It will be a day with 37 date numerology on the Gregorian. 37 is the 12th prime number. It's a day leaving 12 left in the Gregorian year. And so that's what I would put for this game. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully this gives you insight to this game, gives you an understanding for both sides. I wish you the best of luck in your pick for this game. And I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate the support. Hopefully you win all the money in the world. And I'll see you in the next video.